Is it over? Hooray! Hello, this is Riley. Was listening to the football song, which I just learned is the football song. I'm here with Tim Rogers, who's walking across the room. I'm not sure if you all can hear me because I'm very quiet and everything else is very loud. But it's me and Tim.
I have traversed the length of the Goblin Bunker, and I'm here to say hello.
Yeah.
Which
and,
apparently I've successfully, I think, turned the phrase hello into my catchphrase.
I don't know if hello can be a catchphrase.
I intended. Okay, so do you watch much YouTube?
No.
Okay, that's probably good, right?
It is good.
But what do you think is the first phrase uttered in the vast majority of YouTube videos?
What's up, guys?
Yeah, it's what's up, guys, or hey, guys, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So I thought I'm going to just sit down in front of the microphone for the first video I did at Kotaku. I'm going to do this. I'm going to sit down and just say hello like that. I'm not going to, I will never say, hey, guys, or what's up, guys. I'm just going to say hello very sternly and seriously.
Answer with what's up.
So someone tweeted at me. They're like, every time I see someone type the word hello, I imagine it's your voice. My girlfriend texted me hello yesterday, and I was like, I read that in your voice. I'm like, oh, that's weird. But also, I guess that kind of rules.
It does kind of rule. That's a good thing to be associated with.
See, we're already having fun, and we haven't even started this game with the Mohawk skeleton. He's got sort of a Inuit-looking Alaskan snowbone sunglasses, whalebone.
So this is RAD. I actually have a problem with my R's, so it's going to be a drag to have to say
RAD
this game so many times. Yeah, it is a roguelike by Double Fine. It's out today. It's a roguelike.
It's a roguelike.
Yeah.
So it's called RAD in some attempt to one up the brevity of the name Rogue.
Yeah. Well, it's a play on radiation. I'm just kidding. So you can pick a bunch of different dudes. As far as I can tell, they're all the same. There are quirks. I haven't actually managed to unlock any.
Oh, I love the power glove. Look at that.
Playing. I'm gonna.
It's like Stranger Things babies, but also Mohawk Man.
Yeah. I'm gonna be this dude. A attacks.
X attacks, A jumps, LB dodges.
I'm a little annoyed by the fact that all of the combat tips are in the load screens. Because I missed a lot of... So basically you live in like a futuristic wasteland where everything is powered by these machines built by some people in the past.
Wait, who actually needs a video game to live in a futuristic wasteland, am I right?
More rads out of each mutant you kill. Ooh, that is cool. I like this weapon. As far as I can tell, the weapons are pretty much the same, except this one I like because you get less hurt when you fall off the edge. This could be cool too.
A death gobbler.
Let's do that. And let's just not fall off the edge. This one I think just looks cool.
Knock the pixels out of your enemies.
Yeah.
One thing you get when you sign up...
I found it very confusing.
...for the Little League baseball team that is playing a Double Fine game is you get good copywriting, right?
Yeah.
There's just good copywriting everywhere.
I would say that.
I like how this looks kind of a... I don't want to hate on this game because I don't want to hate on anything, but... I like how it looks like a GameCube game, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like the way that it looks as well.
Those big, weird, like egregiously, gregariously bold black outlines on the characters. I like that.
Yeah, I like that. So this is your
friendly
hub area. This thing you can get some money. I'll take some money on it. I've banked this money from previous runs.
I got more perks if you can keep the tapes coming. Are tapes your currency?
Yeah, so the currency is like video tapes, and then you can also find like floppy disks. It's sort of like a future 80s. They're chickens.
So like an apocalypse occurred in the 80s?
Yeah, sort of. Anyway, this is the whole place where you live, and you come back here between runs. But
why is the image that you sent me to put on the thumbnail, why was it like a skull on a Batwing corpse?
So this guy is some guy who makes us do stuff. As you play, you get like XP. The XP, when you get enough XP, you get a mutation. And that's why that guy has that funny head.
So you can mutate to have like a skull head.
So you get new like powers and stuff like that.
I wouldn't think having the cracked lands.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat is saying, personally, I'm surprised it took this long for somebody
that's a
to
two.
use the name RAD for their game.
You
Like I
know-
would have expected it as a skating game in the mid-90s.
I am also surprised. So these are these like caves you gotta go in. You
It's
sort
like
of
a Diablo
inevitably. So that
wilderness
in
cave.
there is a like a floppy disk, and those are like keys to unlock other stuff. But you'll get hurt if you jump in there.
You don't
These
jump in
things
there.
explode, which is fun. Let's look for some bad guys.
Oh, wow, that was in pure stereo.
so
I
there's a
heard that
bad
out of the right
guy.
channel.
And I bet that I can hit him with one of these, maybe. Let's see. Yay!
I heard that out of the left. Wow, good use
Weird.
of
Whoa.
stereo in this game.
Oh, that's good. And then see that bar at the top is like your XP, your RADs, if you will, that you get.
So you get enough RADs, and then
you get a mutation.
you get a mutation.
So, I've forgotten what the buttons do a little bit.
That weapon is real stubby, isn't it?
Yeah.
You gotta really get right
you
up
don't
on the
really
dudes.
get new weapons. Yeah, you get very close. What's in here? What do you want, lady?
I like this color palette.
Sometimes they let you do stuff. Whack that antenna for me. Okay.
Good mix of beigey browns and pinky purples.
Yeah, it's really pretty. These are like little side quests you can do for people, and then you fall because you're me and you're stupid.
That person lives in a
Um,
house made of TVs.
Yeah.
Who
'Cause it's the
doesn't in this
80s.
day
Oh,
and
she
age? Am
gave
I
me a
right?
thing because I did some stuff for her, so that's some helps.
Oh, I love that it's called a diet health potion. That's fantastic.
Yeah, things are like, it's got like a cute aesthetic to it. I want to go in there. Cute's maybe a strong word. The combat's a bit, yeah, you have to get up pretty close. Eventually, I have found it pretty necessary, I read this in my impressions of the game, to get ranged mutations, I feel like, is really the thing to do.
They really want attacking anything at all to feel like a risk, I guess.
Yeah, but you also always have to be attacking, so... I wonder if I'll make it. Ah!
Oh, I like that comic ink print dot effect in the background of the
Yeah.
RADs bar up there.
I really like these.
Oh, there's a lot of that dot
Um,
effect in some of the other particles, too.
These things bounce. Boo.
Really good mix of colors. I feel like these kinds of
yeah.
colors are in the air right about now.
There are other games with these colors.
I feel like I've been playing that game Oninaki.
Oh, cool.
Wait, am I embargoed with impressions for that? Am
so-
I not allowed to say whether I
Ah.
like the colors or not?
Yeah.
I hate the colors.
Wait, like a hit.
Let's just say I like these colors
so then
in
these
this
are
game.
these statues you have to activate, and when you activate enough, they tell you how to get out of the level. It's a little annoying because so that laser beam points to where you're supposed to go. Oh, hi.
Ah, so grass is growing when you activate the
yes.
things.
So then after that, where you've gone, the grass grows, and I read that you get a speed boost when you walk on the grass. I, for some reason, often when I play, find that I am slower. I think it might just be a glitch.
It's like Splatoon. You get a speed
so
boost.
this, if
when
I
you-
have enough things, I can get some of these. I don't really have enough money to buy any of these. Thanks.
So you're going from statue to statue, activating things. You're restoring the green to the land. So basically, this is Death Stranding.
Yes.
It's like exactly Death Stranding.
And you don't see any wieners. Oh, so we got a mutation.
Oh,
That's all.
we even if we rotate the camera, we can't.
Well, that's really a sound trail of. So now, if I
Oh my
do
God!
this-
Wait, so now you're adding toxic
now- yeah.
sludge. You're really splatooning it now. This game strikes me as, and let me know if this is right. It's like Nuclear Throne, the movie, the video game. If,
yeah.
If Super Nintendo's, if
Yes.
Nuclear Throne had come out on the NES, and Nuclear Throne, the movie, had come out in the 90s,
So that guy should get hurt.
and then Nuclear Throne, the movie, the video game, had come out on the Super Nintendo, and
I like that.
then this is like the HD remaster of that. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I could definitely see that. It's this guy's gonna be hard to kill. I hate these guys.
Ooh, the music has gotten excited. It's become rambunctious.
Yeah, the soundtrack is very. I'm the '80s. This guy's gonna kill me.
Have you seen that show Stranger Things?
You know, I can't watch it. I don't ever want children, but in my old age, I've developed a problem where if kids are sad in things, I can't watch it anymore.
Ah,
and
interesting.
so in like the second or third episode, a kid starts to cry, and I was like, can't do it.
Oh, that whole show's about kids being
I get.
traumatized and terrified.
I don't need that. Though.
So you haven't seen the movie It then either, probably.
No, that movie
because
scared the bunk out of me as a
Did you
kid.
see? Did you see the? Well, it's like there's like a kid getting like stolen.
Yeah,
and
I saw that
screaming in the
accidentally
first
as a
5
child,
minutes.
and there was a
The
clown,
old the
clown
TV
coming out of
miniseries.
the clown coming out of the drain couldn't shower for.
Yeah, that TV miniseries was gross. I guess the sequel to the movie is coming out like in 2 weeks.
Something like that.
I'm an idiot. I'll go
interest
see
in
that.
seeing that. It scares me. Someone says fuck the 80s, which I would probably agree with. So these are these like bunker systems.
Oh, you gotta love a bunker.
Yeah, you sort of have to go in them. Here's a robot that gives you more mutation. So that stuff's pretty helpful. I found the bunker just impossible to navigate. I also have a problem where I'm just really bad at maps. I can store an extra usable item. Boy,
Is
if
there
only
some
I
sort of
hadn't,
auto mini-map feature that you
yeah,
can
there's
pop
a mini
up?
map up there in the right corner.
Can you like expand it to make it real big?
I don't think
Diablo
so.
style?
I was playing with Heather. I was playing Church in the Darkness, and she pointed out that I am very bad at maps. Which I...
At least these maps
am.
don't seem too complicated.
Yeah, it's not so bad. I get very lost
I like a game
Generally.
with some maps.
very easily, so... Oops, ouch.
There are a few games I think I have memorized. I could probably recall the layout of every screen from
I feel
memory.
that way about Half-Life 2. I'm gonna use
Half-Life 2? Yeah, that's a good
once
one.
I was on a long car trip, and I was like, I bet I could replay all of Half-Life 2 in my head.
Yeah, that's a
And
cool
I could do a
exercise.
lot of it, yeah. I was just like really bored, and I was like, I bet I could do this.
Yeah, maybe I should try that in a video. I should pick
yeah,
a game and
and just try to recount the whole thing.
try to recount. I feel like I would have something to say about every...
Yeah.
I'm going to stop thinking about it so that I can more... I'm filming another video tomorrow,
There you go.
so
That could be, this
maybe
could be your chance.
maybe I'll
Yeah.
pick a game and try to recall. Oh no, I've set myself
Say
a
too
terrible
much.
task.
Yeah, now you have to do it because people heard you say it.
Yeah, they heard me talking about it.
Here's a little shop.
Recommend a bunch of games in the chat, everybody,
So
and then
we
I'll
could
do the
buy
one
a
that nobody
floppy
recommends.
disk, could buy a backpack. That's where I have my things. See, I need health though. I used.
Maybe I can call the series Total Recall
Ah,
because people love a name that is a reference.
we already have a. Luke does a thing called Total Recall.
Oh, does he? Well,
Yeah.
shoot. You
It's
know
a-
what
it's
movie
a
was?
tag on Kotaku.com.
You know what movie was okay? Was the Total Recall movie that had Colin Farrell in it?
Oh, Colin Farrell.
It was actually
I'm
okay.
gonna buy this.
It got hated on because it wasn't about Mars and it wasn't exactly the Paul Verhoeven movie. But the Paul Verhoeven movie departed drastically from the short story, and this movie was a little bit closer to it. So, if you're watching and you got caught up in the hate surrounding that movie not being the exact Arnold movie, check it out.
I'm gonna go the other way. So you kind of gotta wander through these a lot.
Yeah, there was real good Bryan Cranston in that Total Recall movie.
Bryan
And
Cranston's
there
in
was
it.
real good Michael Keaton in the RoboCop movie. So, and Gary Oldman was in that RoboCop movie, man. That that RoboCop remake was dumb, but it was pretty good, man. I don't know. Those were two decent movies, and I know that it's cool and it's in fashion to hate on something by virtue of its being a remake, right? But at least it wasn't based on a Marvel comic, right?
That's true.
So I mean, I don't know. It's kind of
Can't get over here.
that's the most we can hope for now.
So here's the problem that I sort of regularly have with this game, where now I just kind of have to wander around until I find the other thing.
Is that a bus stop?
Now that's the lady that we helped before.
The lady who lives in the TV house.
I'm gonna go back through here. I find this part of the game a little tedious to do, and part of it might just be like me being a bit.
Someone in the chat
Daft,
says, "Is
but-
Timprovisation all memory stuff now?" Hold on, buddy. Let's not use the word "now" to describe a quote-unquote series that, as yet, has only 2 episodes. Only one of which
Been here.
I accidentally officially named it. So really, it's not a series until I do a 3rd one.
So you kind of warp back and forth between them, but can you do that one?
Yeah, they got to put Bryan Cranston in more movies. Get that guy in more stuff. That guy's funny.
That guy is pretty good.
He has multiple gifts.
I've already been to you.
He was good in that Power Rangers movie. He played Zordon. He also played Zordon in Power Rangers, the TV show.
Oh, yeah.
So it's incredible that they got him to do Zordon again.
Okay, so this isn't going to take me anywhere.
Power Rangers is not 80s, though, so
No.
it doesn't fit the theme, but it's 90s.
Owned by our past corporate overlord, I'm Saban.
We're being asked, Crumbly Gordon asks, it's a good name, Crumbly Gordon. It has a good word feel. Are there achievements for spreading flowers all over? Like spread 10 miles of flowers?
I don't think so. I haven't found that to be the case, though. It'd be very cool if it were. Oh, there we are.
I like it. It's a very light touch for like a breadcrumbing. Like you can see the flowers and the grass, but it's not like
it.
It's not like you're drawing like a laser path on the ground, but it's like subtle enough for you to know when you haven't been somewhere. Like when you jumped over here, you could clearly see that it was all brown.
It feels cool because it like.
Is that meat?
Yeah, but I can't use it because I have all my health.
There's no vegetarian option for this game.
There's some fruit.
I mentioned once about how a game should have had a vegetarian option for the food, and like, I had to delete like 50 YouTube comments because people didn't like that.
An achievement in The Long Dark for just eating vegetables for like 25 days, which I haven't tried yet, but would like to. The achievement. I've tried the game, obviously. It seems very difficult to do. Let's see. So now that we've unlocked both the gates, we get to go and fight a boss somewhere.
Is the boss going to rule?
It's okay. I wish that I had a more ranged power. I found that ranged powers kind of really make all the difference.
Oh, yeah. I wish you had a ranged power, too, because it makes me anxious to see how close you have to get to the enemies.
Oh boy.
This game just looks like it should have guns in it.
Yeah. There aren't any guns.
It's given me like a... I mean, it really does pleasantly remind me of like a PS2 game.
So I'm going to just cheese this and try to kill this guy, but I think he's probably immune. So if I had a ranged attack, which I do not, it would be really great for me right now. So
oh, he's spilling his stuff everywhere.
And sometimes you can get a mutation that like makes you immune to fire and stuff.
He's spreading his filth.
This has sort of been my beef with the game is like, I mean, all roguelikes are going to be this way, but like, it really sort of depends on a lot of your, oh boy, the RNG can be tough.
I like watching games like this because then I get to go home and look at my game, Truck Heck, and be like, yeah, Truck Heck's better than this. I mean, no offense to this game.
Yeah.
A bunch of serious professionals made it, but Truck Heck owns the heck out of this game. No offense to this game, though. It's just Truck Heck is good, and this game's, like, kind of cool. That's all I have to say about Truck Heck. That's my perfunctory Truck Heck mention. Truck Heck dev stream, ? Asks someone.
No.
You wish, buddy.
So, yeah. So this kind of just happens, you know what I mean? Come this way, pal. Step in the shit that I made for you. Or don't, I mean.
So
like if I had like a ranged thing, like the skull thing, that would be nice here. And this would be a little bit less tedious than it is.
A ranged skull.
Yeah, the skull thing lets you shoot your skull at people and explode it. No.
What did the announcer just say? Did he say no?
No, because we got some money off that guy.
Oh. Like dough because it makes bread.
I am sort of universally not a fan of boss fights, despite my rampant love of The Witcher 3.
You almost killed this one, though.
I know. Walk in the stuff, man. Yeah, just do that.
The way I see it, in video games, bosses are like the video game equivalent of rich people.
How so? Because they're bosses, or?
Well, they have the weirdly specific powers, very, very predictable patterns, right? They're very large. They loom impressively, however, can usually be destroyed by shooting a red core or whatnot.
That's great. So now we get another mutation. Woo! And it, oh right, so we get more like hits or something like that.
Dice Game Uchi asks, what is the first game I'll purchase, or what is the first thing I'll purchase after becoming a millionaire from Truckheck?
Ooh.
Ford F-150 truck.
I'm gonna buy this.
Maxed out.
Wow, what's one thing I would buy? I was recently talking to a friend. I've been trying to figure out what, if there's a one moment of my life I could live over again, what moment would it be?
Whoa, that's wild.
Yeah. It was surprised because a lot of the things, when I think about like the terrible things that have happened to me, you know, TM, a lot of them I was like, I wouldn't be that one though. Like, I think I would still go through that. And it was like, it was a really deep conversation with my friend. So that's a sort of an existential problem for you all to think about.
If there was a moment of my life I could live again, it would be that moment that I once rented a Ford F-150 truck.
Oh, I didn't think about it being like in a positive way. I guess it was like you could do it over. So then we put our extra money in there. I mean, positive would be really fun too, yeah.
Oh yeah, the worst thing in the world is trying to think of what you would do if you could do something again. One moment. I mean, how long is a moment?
See, right?
I've had moments
like
that last a year.
Yeah, like an occurrence. Like,
yeah.
If there's something you could like undo or.
Loading.
What moment would I live? I guess if I had a good moment to live over again, it would be when I was in Norway and I went saunaing with a bunch of strangers, and it was really fun.
Oh, Norway is chill.
Yeah.
I mean, literally.
Yeah, it was the winter. It was January.
Yeah, that rules.
It was super fun. Yeah.
Was it just dark up there 24/7?
It was. I was originally in the Arctic Circle, and it was dark the whole time. And I thought that was going to be really great because that had always. So it's been my lifelong dream to turn a birthday in the Arctic Circle.
Yeah.
And my birthday is in January, so this has long been a difficult dream to live out.
It's kind of a bad idea, but you did.
Yeah, but I did it, which was amazing. And one day I will pay off the credit card bill from it, and it'll be even more amazing. But
you know, I just got my first credit card for my whole life.
Yeah,
like
I've never
2
had
weeks
one
ago.
either until I had to go to Norway because the plane ticket cost slightly more than I could pay on my debit card.
I actually just bought a plane ticket to Japan, and it cost me $524.
Wow, that is cheap.
I didn't know it was going to be that cheap because I'm used to paying a little bit more than that.
Yeah, that's a sweet deal. My plane ticket was very expensive. Oh god, I'm gonna get killed. But the point was that it was dark the whole time, and I thought, oh, this is gonna be great. You know, this is my lifelong dream, and it's gonna be dark. And it was so awful how dark it was. I got so jet lagged I threw up, which I didn't even know was possible.
Oh yeah.
Because like my body forgot how to sleep, and I kept thinking, oh, it's like I've been asleep for hours, and it had been like 10 minutes, and it was just terrible.
Yeah, I reached a point in my life where I was traveling so much that I thought I was immune to jet lag, but then it turns out that there's still jet lags that can still get you.
Yeah.
I flew in 2015 from Ireland to San Francisco, and I was
Hey, guy.
jet lagged and nauseous and had a headache for 5 days.
Yeah, it's like the older you get, it's that, oh, I just won't sleep, who gives a shit, really doesn't work out. Hey, I want to talk to you, but I can't reach you.
I've gotten pretty good at sleeping. It's just sometimes the waking up is hard.
Much safer up here. Feel free to hang out for a bit if you want. Well, that's not helpful at all.
John Hummel in the chat is asking, are you armed with a club or is that a toilet brush?
This is like a health. This is like a bat.
It's just kind of a blue bat?
Yeah. Hey, dude, come here. Ah!
Dice Game Uchiha says, I'm 6'8" and literally can't place my head or legs anywhere to sleep on a plane.
Oh, no.
I'm only 6 feet tall.
I'm 5'1".
That's fantastic. So what I'm saying is I wish I was...
Whoop.
I feel like every time I tell someone who's not 6 feet tall that I wish I was shorter, they're like, oh, why? It's like, no, man. It sucks. My knees are my legs are just long enough that they get pressed against the seat in front of me on a plane. This level's kind of dark, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the nighttime for some ambiguous reason.
It's about as dark as Norway.
Yeah. Norway was great, besides the fact that it was super dark.
I've never been to Norway.
And then I went to Oslo, where it was light more.
Oh, Oslo.
Which is
That's
really
in
fun.
Norway.
Yeah, that's further down.
I've been to other Scandinavian countries before anyone in the chat accuses me of having never been to
I
Scandinavia.
want to go to Morris. I've been thinking about going to Copenhagen recently.
Copenhagen's wonderful.
Yeah, it sounds really fun. I was watching the no clip documentary about Hitman, and it takes.
Oh, they
place
made that in Copenhagen, yeah.
Yeah, and then I was like, I want to go to Copenhagen.
Copenhagen has my favorite airport in the world.
And then you can just take the bridge to Malmo, which I hear is also hell of cool.
The bridge, star of the Norwegian Danish or not Nor- or Swedish Danish television show
Boy,
The Bridge.
Oh god, I died, even though I had health because I wasn't paying attention. I was thinking about Copenhagen.
If you want to see both Copenhagen
So
and
then we
Malmo,
died.
you can watch the show The Bridge, which is a detective murder mystery story.
We got a
Fatal error.
error.
Fatal? Crikey.
Should we do something?
Am I going to die? Everybody, hang on. We're going to restart this game. It's going to take about one second here. We're going to put
That's
you
weird.
back on the standby screen. Everybody, hang on
Never
just a
had that.
moment.
Never had that happen before.
And get ready for some football.
Sorry, everyone.
Double Fine Production.
That's weird. Yay. I don't know why that happened. We could watch the little cinematic. But it's
The
boring.
biggest regret I have in my whole life
Be a
is
different
that
guy.
I was unable to get the stream back before the during that 2-second pause between the intro and the main portion of the Monday Night Football theme song. I was really hoping that it would go dun 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 dun, and then we would immediately start. But instead, you all got a little stub from the music, and I'm real sorry, everybody.
I'm just gonna leave my money in there.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Norway,
Yeah.
Sweden,
Copenhagen.
Finland.
Yeah. I really want to go to Malmo, and I really want to go to Copenhagen.
Yeah, Denmark is good. Copenhagen Airport, best airport
Oh, cool.
in the whole world.
When I went to Iceland, they had this the little smoking lounge, which airports don't really have anymore.
Yeah,
But it was like really pretty, and you could like take a drink out there. And I was like, I feel like in America you're very much shamed for smoking, but
there's
in the Iceland airport, I was like, oh, this is great.
there's a chain of bakeries in Denmark that has a Danish name that I learned how to pronounce, but I just know that if I try to say it,
You'll just
someone is going to critique it in the YouTube comments, so I'm not going to say it. But they have a
ouch, ouch.
they actually very recently opened 2 locations in New York City.
Oh.
So if anybody
it,
wants
Conditori or whatever? No,
it's
that
called
place is not.
Ole and Steen in the US. OLE and STEEN. And it just opened
Ooh, she comes.
right by our office in
Oh.
Union Square,
No.
right before we moved to this
Place.
bizarre place that we're in right now.
R.I.P. old office.
Yeah, the old office was chill. And now I've noticed that if I don't wear shorts, I don't get handed 15 CDs.
Yeah, I never get approached by the tourist people, and I actually want to ask them why, because I'm really impressed. Like the dudes with the free bus to,
Yeah,
not free,
the
the bus thing.
hop
they
on,
never,
hop off.
Yeah, they never ask me, and I really want to be like, what is it that y'all like use to tell? Ouch! God, again.
I have
That's just stupid of me.
I have done everything
Um,
I could to like coordinate and re-coordinate my outfits to try to find out what gets me yelled at and what gets me just glossed over.
Yeah, I really want to know.
So I've been wearing my big boy pants for the past week just to see. Have not heard a peep. I've not heard a peep.
Oh boy, there's a lot of dudes.
Someone in the chat says the more black clothing you are wearing, the less likely people will bother you.
That's true. I do wear basically nothing but black.
I'm wearing a black T-shirt and my black jacket.
I'm wearing blue jeans today, which is a surprise.
I'm
They
wearing my.
were on the top of the laundry bag. So
I usually
Right, still
wear.
laundry.
I was wearing all black for a couple of months, and I still got approached. If I'm wearing this jacket, I do not.
Oh,
I do not.
Sneaky Pete.
I don't get looked at or approached by anybody on the
It's funny
street.
how I feel like we dress normal here, and then I went to visit my sister in Texas, and I went with her to a barrel race because she barrel.
A
races.
barrel race.
Yeah.
Oh, that rules.
Oh, cool. I haven't had this mutation before. That's
Cobra. Whoa.
Cool. Wow, that is cool.
It's medium range.
I'm gonna eat this.
Looks like you should be able to kill with
Yeah.
this.
Look at that. That's cool. I feel like the thing must be around here.
They really make you hungry for something that has some range to it in this game,
Yeah,
huh?
they really do. Wow, this thing is cool. So what is that? Why isn't there a statue around here? There's so many guys. I feel like you'd think there'd be a statue.
Oh, break that car.
Yeah.
Is that a Fiero? What kind of car was that? Who
I
knows?
don't know. Just gonna scout
It was
around.
an 80s car.
It really seems like. Should I jump over here?
Did you just knock that tire off of there?
Yeah.
Is this
Oh.
Unreal Engine?
Yes, as we will remember from the crash. I'm really surprised there aren't dudes here because it seems like but I could knock them off.
See, I just feel like any game with this kind of a top-down perspective would be better if you were driving a vehicle instead of just moving a dude around. That's
Maybe.
why
I am pretty
truck hack.
anti-driving in games.
driving rules.
I'm gonna go in that cave eventually. First, I'm gonna go here because I'm terrible at driving in games.
Driving's good. Games will make you good at driving, though. That's
Will
the
they?
thing. I'm actually, believe it or
I'm gonna
not,
kick you off the level.
I'm the best driver in the
Oh
world.
god! Shit! Ah, that sucked so bad.
Oh wow, it didn't kill you though. It took half your
Nah.
life.
There's another
Crikey.
the bat that lets you not take as much damage. That was just daft, is what that was. Now I'm back here. I guess I'm just gonna go in here.
Little
like the
Diablo
snake
bunker
head.
cave.
Maybe there's a mutation that turns into a car. I have yet to find a mutation that turns into a car. That would be cool if it existed.
Yeah, I think that would be the best.
Let's see. I already have. I want this 8, but I don't have 8. I only have 5.
Just in case anyone is just signing in, no, we are not playing the classic PlayStation 2 Sandlot video game Robot Alchemical Drive, which was also called RAD.
Biz.
They didn't commit to just the word RAD. You know, I'm going to go ahead and admit something to everyone here. Whenever I see someone describe something as rad,
It's a phrase I try not to say because it makes me feel old. Ouch.
you try to say it just
try
to
not
feel
to say
old.
it, just 'cause
Try
I feel
not
old.
to say
I
it.
feel like
Yeah, it makes me feel weird when I see people say it like on Twitter. Like, oh, rad new game. I'm like, what?
people just don't.
I think the word cool is good. But cool isn't like cool to say. It's just become normal. Like my mom will call
Oh.
something cool.
Heck. Oh, I have enough to get that health. I'm gonna go get it. No, I don't have enough to get the health. I have 6.
Tubular, that's
Yeah,
a good
sorry.
word.
That is a good word. I don't know when the last time anyone said that word is. There's a lot of secrets in this
I
game,
used
which
the
is
word
fine.
tubular to describe a
Oh, like right here, for instance.
cylindrical object with a hollow center once.
Was it pasta? So here,
A fusilli, you know, the
it's a secret.
well, that's not fusilli, ziti.
It's a guy.
Penny. You know, the tubular pasta. Mondo? Is mondo a good word? My nephews are calling things dope and sick, says
I need this.
poor Islero. Yeah,
Oh,
dope
no.
and sick. Bodacious. Radical. Awesome. Cool. Gnarly.
Gnarly.
Just, I wish, like, in the 80s, when I was a child, when I was just a stupid Bibby Mimbus, you know, Babby Mumbus, Dumbino, you know, a stupid big boy, baby boy. We were just making up words all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we do that now, too. So this will... What the heck is that? Oh, it's a monster.
But I feel like, at least from all the way up here on my perch,
I wanna-
it looks to me today like the kids nowadays get fixated hence memes and such. They love to follow formats and templates. Every time man, you want to know what the saddest thing is?
Memes.
Yeah, well, memes. Yeah, is the comments I get on my videos that are like, I don't understand what the "I was born stupid, however I will not die hungry" thing is from. It's like, it's just something I made up, man. I'm sorry, I made it up.
No.
They're like, what does that mean? I just made it up. With what? Is it from The Simpsons? It's like, no. I got asked if it was from The Simpsons once, and I got real sad.
It's not. I've been watching a lot of The Simpsons lately, and it's.
I can't stand The Simpsons.
What? Explain.
I just I remember feeling pandered to when it was like new.
I mean, New Simpsons. I guess I just have like nostalgia for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I remember
mean,
finding it funny. It's also because I have my parents' cable login, so I can watch the app where sometimes it'll just give you like random ones, and I think that it just hits that weird pleasure center in my brain where I'm like, but what Simpsons might happen next?
I remember my little brother watching The Simpsons in the early '90s when it was like brand new, and I remember thinking it was sort of okay. But then once they stopped having like storylines, and then every episode was like a salad bar, you know, where there's just like 4 jokes per minute or whatever.
It's gotten like less good than it.
I can't chill in the same room as it. And then I know it's a cliche for a person supposing himself to be an intellectual to say that they can't stand Family Guy.
No, that just sucks.
However, I haven't seen a full 2-minute segment of that show.
I don't think I can kill you because you're down there. I feel like that show was briefly funny in some point.
Was it? I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. It felt funny.
I saw like 2 minutes of one episode, and I
now it's just like
wanted to kick a hole in the wall. Like, I was like, I can't do this.
Come here, bro.
Can't do it.
Ouch. Yeah.
The music is getting real.
Yeah, it got very 80s.
It's very aerobics tape
I
here.
want this health, but I can't carry it.
Do some leg lifts.
All right, I'm just going to kill you, dude.
Anyway, yeah. Welcome back to the Goblin Bunker. We're talking about how The
Yeah,
Simpsons
thanks.
sucks.
Well, Thomas Simpson sucks. It sucks now a bit. I still have fondness for it.
I imagine it must really suck now.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I hear people just, no one talks about liking it.
I didn't realize until rewatching it how many like trans jokes there are. There's a joke in it where Waylon Smithers buys estrogen, which I'd forgotten about, and I was like,
Smithers?
yeah.
Isn't he the sniveling assistant to Mr. Burns?
Yes.
He has like the flat hair,
Yeah.
wears a tie, little round glasses.
It's got a bow tie, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm gonna
Mr.
see
Smithers.
where this takes me. But I've already been here.
Yeah, so apparently Conan O'Brien is responsible for all of the Simpsons that are actually decent. Is
Yeah.
that true?
I have no idea. Did he write The Simpsons?
I know he went to Harvard, so he's a rich boy. So,
I went to Harvard.
oh, you did?
I did.
Are you a rich kid?
No, because I have a lot of school debt.
Not everybody who went to
No.
Harvard is rich. I know
I went for
that.
grad school, so it's different.
Oh, that's even better.
It's not like
It's not like
the try hard kind of.
yeah. I didn't go to Harvard.
It was fine, I guess. I don't know.
I've been to
You
Harvard.
get to say you went to Harvard, and that's cool.
Yeah, that's got to be chill.
Except you're not supposed to say that because it makes people think you're a dick.
Because you have to reveal it like
Yeah,
at
but the more
weirdest
you, like,
possible moments.
Play, with like, oh, I'm not gonna say. Then you just sound like. I have a friend that I went to school with who like will never say, and they're like, oh, just some small school in Cambridge, and I'm like, for fuck's sake, come on,
Yeah, that's kind
please
of
stop
a little bit much.
being.
I guess the only reason I derisively bring up Harvard is that
I have no
in my
feelings
in
about
my
people in
YouTube
Harvard.
comments I constantly get accused of okay, I'm just airing the dirty laundry today. I can't the
90s
one thing I
Batman
can't
days.
stand is the YouTube comments that insist that I went to an Ivy League college on my dad's money. I do not have a rich dad.
Specific comment.
It's constant, man. So the videos I do lately, like they're like, first of all, they'll say, "I bet those aren't even prescription glasses," which is like, oh my
So
god,
gross.
I'm like, really, really myopic. I have really bad eyes, man. Why do I have to tell you that my glasses have real prescription lenses in them? I don't owe you that description. Number 2, I get accused of having gone to an Ivy League school on my dad's money. And it's like, my dad didn't have no money. I didn't go to no Ivy League school on nobody's money. I went to a Big Ten school by working at Target, okay? So, just let everybody know that.
No, I used to.
We've got there's a guy in the chat who I see occasionally getting off of a train in my neighborhood, and we have an understanding.
Creepy.
And he says he definitely doesn't dress like he went to Harvard. First of all,
What?
people can wear a lot of stuff at Harvard, right?
Just did this. Yeah, you can wear that.
Do you dress like you went to Harvard?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I've been to the same place
What-
15 times.
What does a person dress like who's been to Harvard?
I did once end up on a gay hate blog.
Really?
I was head of the gay group at the Divinity School, which is the school that I went to, and we were doing a rally about some kind of trans stuff, and I wore a T-shirt I have of a gay punk band. And
Which
the
band?
T-shirt, Limp Wrist. It's a very good
Okay.
band, and the T-shirt says, I shouldn't say slurs on chat, but it has a
It has a
gay
slur on it.
Gay slur. The popular slogan, God hates gay slur.
Oh, I know that one.
But reversed, so it says gay slur hates.
My
And I thought this was hilarious because I was in the divinity school and I was like, haha, like I'm studying to be a minister and I'm wearing this shirt.
that's good.
And I ended up on this, like a very good picture of me giving a speech and wearing this shirt ended up on a hate blog of them being like, you terrible homosexuals, look, you hate God. And I'm like, I wouldn't put it on a T-shirt if I did. That would be weird.
Yeah, never tell the truth on a T-shirt. That's why
And I
I'm
took
wearing
T-shirt and I still
wearing
have
a
it.
black shirt right now.
Anyway, yeah, I was.
We're both wearing black T-shirts
yeah.
in here, by the way.
I'm lost as heck.
Except I'm wearing a jacket and I
Um,
am sweating because it is hot in the bunker.
I was very much a punk at Harvard and had a big mohawk, which made it really hard to skip class because I'd be like, oh, they'll never know I'm not here. And then it's like, yes, clearly the kid with the giant blue mohawk is not in class.
You know, I never skipped a class
Yeah, it's
because
stupid
I'm
to skip class. You're like spending so much money.
exactly. That's what I was thinking. I was spending every penny myself
I know.
by working at
I
Target,
forgot which
as we've established.
Don't get me, dude.
I was working about 50 hours a week at Target for about 6 years to pay for college. Okay, not 50 hours, the whole 6 years.
Yeah, my God. Yeah, I owe so much money in student loans.
I'm surprised that I was able to pay mine off.
My God, how? I wish I'd started sooner. I wouldn't owe so much. What I did, which none of you in the chat, if you're younger than me, which you probably are, should do, is go, I'll never have any money. I don't need to think about my student loans, and spend 10 years ignoring them and being a punk. And now you're responsible for loans that are much higher than they should be because you being me.
I have to pay a lot of money to the IRS every month.
It's just like,
I spend about 70% of my
let's see, we can buy some
paycheck
stuff. Wanna
goes
get some
straight to the
mutations.
IRS.
I know. Let's buy this. And
25% for
Yeah.
rent.
And now we get more.
I get a couple of dollars to buy myself a Coke Zero every couple of days.
Being fiscally responsible is hard. I'm not fiscally responsible.
It's not that hard when the IRS will literally take all the money out of your bank account if you don't pay them.
Is there interest when you owe the IRS money?
Yeah, but it kind of caps off. It's a peculiar sort of interest.
Uh-oh. You've been sued for student loans, friend?
Getting sued for your student loans.
I feel like, what are they going to do?
sucks.
They're not going to hit you in the head and take your education back, right? Like, it's their fault for freaking giving it to me. Is what I tell myself.
It's
Are you
called an
saying that?
investment, pal. There's
Yeah,
risks.
Like, it's their fault. Ouch. Heck. I mean, they should have known that I would have taken that money and ended up doing this with it. Playing video games. I'm going to want that. I might as well just eat this now.
Can they garnish your wages if you
Yes,
owe student
they
loans?
can.
I didn't know they
but
could do that.
apparently not a ton.
Yeah.
It happened to an ex-boyfriend of mine, and he actually didn't notice until It's like some very limited percent,
Oh, that's wild. Yeah.
I think.
So I pay the IRS a little bit every month, and like on top of what they take out of the paycheck, you know, because they just like this. Our company will take some out of the paycheck every month. I end up having to write. I have to write 3 checks to the IRS
Good
every
God,
month.
every month?
Yeah, because that's more convenient for them,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, it's kind of
So
you.
I have to wait for them to send me a letter that has an envelope inside that has a barcode on it,
That's ridiculous.
so I can then put a check in it. And I have to write like 14 different things
Ouch.
on the check.
Luscious.
Did
So,
that kill you?
and if I don't send it to them by a specific day, then they just take all the money out of my bank account.
Ouch. Wow.
Yet they won't.
Like all of the money that exists?
They take all of
or-
it. Yeah. Yeah. So during the government
Why don't they
shutdown,
just do that once and then keep the money and be done with it?
because it's not enough.
Oh,
It's just not enough.
that's ridiculous.
So back during the government shutdown, they didn't have anybody
Any envelopes?
in their office to swipe my check or whatever.
How?
However,
Okay.
the computer that steals all the money was still turned on.
No! I'm gonna die.
So for about a month, I had no money
Wow, that's
at all.
They
I was
shouldn't-
saving up to go to the dentist,
Ah,
so it sucks.
money is bad.
Yeah, money's terrible. And then you think there's all these psychos out there who are just like
Some heals.
stealing money hand over fist, making billions of dollars a day,
I know, right?
and then they're just burying it in the backyard, stuffing it in their proverbial mattress. I don't like it.
No, money's not great. I'm gonna go buy some more health.
That's why you got to take down the rich kids.
Yeah.
Get them in your sights and take them down.
Let's see.
I'll give a bunker dollar to anybody who knows what that is a quote from. Take aim at the rich kids.
I don't know.
Yeah, believe it or not, that is a quote from Bill Murray's character in the movie Rushmore.
Oh, Rushmore. I've forgotten all about that movie.
Yeah.
Loading.
I feel bad that we're sitting here playing video games and instead we're just talking about our
No, it's good.
crippling debt.
It's good. This is any video game that has an economy that asks you to build up experience points in order to unlock something that makes you marginally better, makes the experience slightly more comfortable in the way you wished it was to begin with. You wished you had the range that Cobra Head has from the
Yeah.
beginning. They make you fight hungry for it.
Oh my god, so many dudes.
Of course your mind is going to go to money when you're playing a game like this, right?
Yeah, you do win a lot of money.
At least, you know, for the moment, the money in this game is like under your control. You can kind of power toward it. Whereas you
It's harder
in real life, you know.
Ah, heck. Bad luck here. Oh,
Ooh,
that wasn't as bad luck as previously.
this music is pretty chill too.
It is pretty chill. I think I have the fireproof thing. I do. Okay.
Oh, we get a little bass
I
in
don't
there.
like you. You pester me with your ability.
Is that a hamburger? What is that?
I don't know. It's like a mushroom.
I'm not gonna lie. First of all, my New Year's resolution was to stop beginning sentences with "I'm not gonna lie," because I'm
yeah.
not.
That seems like a good human.
I feel like you should
instinct.
say it at the
Yeah, but what if you do?
say it on January 1st at midnight. Make instead of, you know, at your New Year's Eve party, say "I'm not gonna lie,"
The heck is
and then
that?
leave it hanging like that for the rest of the year,
That's
so
it.
that everything you say isn't a lie.
Oh, I really want to unlock this, but I don't have any.
So my eyeballs are having trouble with the contrast on this.
Yeah, it's really sunny. Or
I
whatever.
wonder. There's got to be some form of color vision deficiency that finds this just a complete
Yikes.
gray mess.
Yeah, this is kind of a drag. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, someone in the chat says, "What is this color palette?" Just as we were talking about it. Yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of a lot.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm a bit hurt.
it's
I wonder if I can find some help.
that was kind
Ah!
of. It's like you ever get like somebody offers to like rub your shoulders.
No.
You never have this. Somebody walks up and is like, "You all right?" And then like, "You doing okay?" And they just like
guess like drunk people on the street sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so this is what I'm saying.
Call you buddy.
Yeah, hey, buddy, what's up? Oh, you don't be so glum, my friend. You know, Buster Bluth. Yeah. So it's like,
Mutation.
that's what that color palette was like. It's like that was like
That's kind
an
of
amateur drive-by
We
massage
should go back there.
of
because
color
I think
palettes.
That's where the.
Whereas the color palette that initially we had here was like a professional
So
masseuse.
with this we could get some of our money out of the bank, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have to
I mean,
go
this
back.
looks like an album cover for like a demo tape,
Yeah,
is
it's
what it
kinda
looks like now.
I think like the weather sort of changes in the game and stuff. Like sometimes it's dark and sometimes it's other stuff.
Sometimes it's dark, sometimes it's red.
Yeah.
Your basic weather types:
I don't wanna
darkness,
fight those
sun,
demons.
rain,
Where they bounced?
redness.
Oh right. I forgot.
So immediately after we finish this stream, I'm going to sit down and play a video
oh
game
man. I don't wanna
for
be,
an hour while extemporaneously
see.
discussing it
So I need to be here. That's the problem.
for the purpose of a video. So it's kind of fun that I'm warming up
Lord.
my ability to
Lord.
speak in full
I'm gonna die.
sentences.
It's heck. That's a
Ian
lot.
Everett says,
What?
needs
There's
more cyan, I guess.
So much going on here.
You think?
Hey, lady, help me out. Can I buy this? Yes, please.
This is like the kind of color palette Kinko's would just say, you can have this.
Yeah.
We're just going to throw this away. I mean, if you want it, you can have it.
Ugh, I want that meat.
A couple of these got messed up. Oh, no.
Wow.
Do you have
Body
you have
check
horns?
Mutants with horse force.
Oh, my God.
Whoa, cool.
You're kind of a gross
Wow.
toad
I'm
dog.
gonna fall off the edge, but that's cool.
Man.
I haven't gotten this one before.
A sheep horn cobra toad dog now.
Oh, jeez. Well,
Is it
that's
honking like a cow?
neat. Yeah, I don't know what it's doing.
Like a cow goose?
I'm gonna
Cow
fall.
goose horse? What is that?
It's kind of cool.
That's just several animals
Yeah.
overlapping.
Ow.
You know, some animals howl, some animals honk, and some of them just kind of scream. Doing all
Yes.
three.
Wow.
Oh, you
was
broke
kinda
that
cool.
thing.
Yeah. I should say so. You know what,
There's some
guys?
hamburgers down there.
Yeah, I've got some back over here. How much damage is it doing? That's my question. Where's all my meat?
Top
There
round.
we go. Alright, I'm gonna turn this
This
down.
weird creature you have become.
I know. It's kind
This
of
cacophonous animal.
Where did that thing go? There it is. Where are you? There you are.
Oh, Conjure the idol.
Rah.
It's just a legged, sort of a hamburger mushroom with eyeballs growing on the top of it.
I really don't want to fight those guys. I guess I could.
So this is a Double Fine game. Can we
Yes.
name how many Double Fine games have come out recently? Let's try to name the. What was the most recent Double Fine game before this?
I don't remember. What's it called? Broken Age?
Was it Broken Age? Broken Age Part 2?
Yeah, there must have been another one.
That was the Kickstarter game.
Yeah.
When did Massive Chalice come out?
Oh yeah.
Rhombus of Ruin? Someone is saying?
Oh no!
Psychonauts VR?
Oh yes, Psychonauts.
Wait, when is Psychonauts 2 coming out?
They haven't said. Have they?
2002? That's my joke about that.
I'm gonna fall. Why are there so many guys?
Headlander?
Oh, Headlander.
I don't understand what that game's premise was.
You had a head.
Yeah, it's like, there's like a post with like, it's like, is that a
Give
joke?
me health.
That's the kind of thing that I legit think is a Family Guy reference when I
Yeah,
see
it might
that.
be. What is happening?
I got asked if I was doing a Family Guy reference the other day, and that was the most angry I ever was in my life.
I should.
I
say
forgot
that.
to finish the thought from earlier about someone asking if something was a Simpsons reference. So, the end of that thought is someone said, "Was that a Family Guy reference?" And I
hell.
got so mad. Like, incredibly mad. I got so mad that I squeezed my football so hard it burst. And yes, I was holding a football while looking at my YouTube comments because that's what I do. And that's not a Family Guy reference either.
There's an unusual amount of guys.
Psychonauts 2 got delayed to 2020 when Microsoft bought it.
I believe
You got lungs. Wait, is that lungs?
Defuse your body with pheromones to detect.
Sort of some Earthworm Jimmy looking.
Oh, so this means that we
lungs.
could get a new kind of thing.
What's the deal with Earthworm Jim, right?
I don't know.
Are they
I
are they
remember
making
my
another
neighbors
one of
had
those? Are they
that.
trying to do that again? 'Cause they shouldn't do that.
I want to say that they are. Should we try another one or should we stop playing?
How about we just what do we got? What time we got?
It's like 2:15.
We can just kind of say that could kind of be it.
Okay.
What do you think?
I could deal with that. Anyway,
mean-
that's rad. Those are more mutations than I've ever seen before, so that's exciting.
You took out 70 mutants.
I killed 343 before though.
See, that's the copywriting.
Yeah.
The though at the end.
Yeah,
That's classy.
that is classic.
Classy people say though.
It's a pretty solid sort of. It's a roguelike. I am fond of roguelikes. So if
Do
you are
you
fond
like
of
it or
roguelikes-
or do you rogue like it?
it's
That's
fu-
my Double Fine copywriting-esque joke.
fine. I don't. It's not. It's no Spelunky. You know what I mean? I'm not. I don't go home and I'm like, oh man, yeah, time for some rad.
I love
But,
Spelunky. Well, not
I love
really. I mean,
Spelunky
it's good. I'll
Embarrassing
leave it there.
confession. I have still yet to beat Spelunky.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you got to get on that.
I know. I've played an awful lot of it. To have never.
That
beaten.
Spelunky 2 is coming out soon. You're gonna
Oh,
have
I
to.
know. They
you-
delayed that. They
you-
didn't have a date in the first place, but
Oh,
they
that's true.
delayed it from its non-existent date.
Yeah, I think we've delayed Truckheck a couple of times,
I'm a big Spelunky fan.
despite having not ever even
Yeah,
shown
like,
a
You don't have a
screenshot.
date. Yeah, you can't really delay something that.
Once people see screenshots of Truckheck, they're gonna throw away all of their other games.
I wonder
So
what game I'm picturing when I picture.
I don't want to hurt.
When
the
you
game
say the
industry.
name of the game, I picture something, but I don't know.
Truckheck.
I don't know what game it is I'm thinking of. What was that game where you crashed trucks and it was kind of overhead view? Came out a couple years
Blast
ago.
Corpse. I call it Blast
No,
Corpse.
It was something else.
Blast Core. Oh, because Blast Core, you crash trucks and it's an overhead view, and
It
it
was like
is
an
an
indie
influence on
game.
Truckheck. So,
From pretty recently.
an indie game.
Yeah, I think that's what I picture when I
Uh-oh.
say the word truck.
I've got to find the rich kids. I got to
kill
take aim on the rich kids who are making games with trucks, get
Maybe
them
it's
in my
Cluster
sights,
Truck,
and take them
according to
down.
this commentary. Maybe that's what I'm picturing.
It's all about trucks.
Yeah, it must be
Cluster Truck. Yeah, that
Good job,
game's
Chad.
dumb. I don't care.
I think that's what
I don't even know what it is. I haven't seen it. Whatever that game is. I remember mentioning Truckheck the other day, and somebody in the chat goes, Cluster Truck is a better name. And I'm like, are you high?
That name is already taken.
Have you sniffed all of your mom's glue? Because
Why
I
does your
don't,
mom have glue?
there's no way that is a better name. It's just like a reference to a word. And there was also an indie game called Cluster Puck, which was like a hockey
Oh,
sports
yeah.
game. So it's like you got two people making the same broke down idiot street pun, and you're telling me it's better than the holy combination of words Truckheck? Come on. Get out of my town and get into the Goblin
I'm gonna
Bunker.
use
where
the word heck more.
I like
good
the word
word.
heck.
Yeah.
It's a good word.
Yeah. The
You
internet's ruined it a little bit.
Yeah, that is true, but I will admit that I was using it before the internet ruined it.
I love to swear, but every so often I try not to swear, and then I feel like I start using words like heck and
What the heck?
or butts. Oh, butts. Truck heck with many C's. My God.
Just letting everybody know.
Banned from chat.
Yeah, no, it's got to have the K's in there.
Internet spelling is the worst.
Two words that end in
Heck of spelling.
CK in a row is always incredible.
Sorry, friend, you're out. All right, we should
Yeah.
turn this off instead of making people just watch
The 343, you've killed the Halo number, so that's good.
Oh yeah, take that.
And that is all we
Hello.
have to say. The Halo number.
Yeah, think about it.
It's a game that's got a Halo number in it. Thanks for watching.
Indeed.
And if you wanted to watch next time, you could follow our channel. You can't say subscribe to our channel because that costs literal money. Do
Oh.
not Prime subscribe to this channel because that goes straight into the CEO's yacht fund. Like, I don't get that money.
I have no idea
You can PayPal me.
where the money would go. I'm gonna find out.
I'm action button on PayPal if you really want to give me $5. Like, I could god darn use it.
Donate to the charity of your choice.
Yeah,
Tim.
or donate to
Tim
the
is a charity.
charity of your. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll talk
In this
more about
instance.
charities later. Can't say subscribe. You have to say subscribe to YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe.
Can you
With-
like a Twitch channel? Yeah.
With the Twitch, well, you have to follow.
You can
follow
follow
my
us.
Twitch channel. Follow us. Don't subscribe though, because that's money.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Buy. Right?
Buy the channel.
Smash that subscribe button, and buy the guy upstairs. Is he upstairs or downstairs?
He's downstairs.
Buy the guy downstairs a yacht, another yacht,
Yeah.
or maybe like a single Corona to
I don't-
drink on
yeah.
his yacht.
I don't know if he owns any yachts.
He probably owns a yacht.
Probably does. I have no idea.
Everybody who's not me owns a yacht.